Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the pits of motor chaos. This is your host, Dave. I've got a special guest, Dominic Bowden. How you doing, Dominic?
What's going on?
So, how you been doing this year with all this crazy year we've been having with the COVID-19 and all that?
We've been busy. We actually got a lot of racing in this year.
Oh, that's
I
great.
didn't think we were going to, but we just left Illinois as much as we could.
So, how many events did you run?
Shit. I'd say every weekend for 3.5 months.
Wow.
Between me and the kid racing, we were. I couldn't even tell you how many. I don't even know. Let's see. I think we started in early April. I think our first time out was Martin, Michigan. Me and the kid both raced that weekend.
Oh, that's right. You got a junior dragster in the family, right?
Yeah. My son runs the junior. He actually is the one that wins a lot. I pretty much suck, but he does pretty good.
Well, that's good. Hopefully he sticks with it for till he 16 and moves on to the bigger car.
Yep, building that now for him.
So you got a new dragster in the works, huh?
The new dragster is actually going to be my kid's.
Ah, okay. That's the one you're building for him?
Yep, that one should be out this year. Like I said, I got it all tore apart. We're redoing everything. Not that it really needed to be, but we make sure we go through everything. So I'll probably test that car this year, run it this year, and then it'll get parked for a year until he's ready.
So tell me about your dragster.
Mine's the old girl. It's an 06 Max Sherrill car. It's my baby. The new car we got is actually a 2016 Max Sherrill car. My car will go down a gravel road. I say it all the time. I have a hard time getting rid of it. When the new car came up, we weren't really looking to buy a car, but Max doesn't build a lot of them, so when it did come up, we had to snatch it up. So now it's time to make it the exact same as the other car, and hopefully we got two competitive cars.
Now, what class do you do? Bracket?
Yep, we do bracket. New car may eventually be a top sports or top dragster car, possibly, depending on what we're going at. But basically it's just like a super pro car.
So how long have you had the other dragster?
The other dragster I've had 10 years.
So you had good luck with that car?
We've done fairly well with it. I did a lot better in this car than I did. I had a Camaro that I sucked. Pretty much my car wins my races. You ask all my buddies, they'll tell you. We've finished up there in the points for a couple programs from Joliet and Byron, and we've done all right. Nothing spectacular, but we hang in there.
So how'd you run this year?
This year we did all right. I was tied for first at Byron's. Won a race there. I think we won at Indy this year. I think I won one at 41 this year. Did pretty good. I mean, the car was pretty consistent. We stayed pretty consistent. Struggled a lot in the early part of the year, but towards the end we got it figured out.
How'd your son do in the junior this year?
Son aged up this year into 790s, so he went up with the bigger kids. We didn't run him as much as we usually do, just because of COVID, the way the scheduling was and everything. There just wasn't a lot of junior races that we were able to make. I think he won one at 41. He did pretty good. I think he finished top 5 in like this Midwest series we travel around with. He'll do. I think next year he'll start doing better. Hopefully, we'll probably run a lot more with him next year than me.
So, what's the fastest time you had with your dragster?
time with my dragster. Well, it went down to 8th mile. Everything's 8th mile now. I think it was this year. I think the fastest was the 4:59. I think it was running 4:59s.
Now, let me ask you this, Dominic. How did you get into drag racing?
I used to have a Camaro that I used to street race, and my wife now, when we started dating, pretty much was at the track with her parents, so she pretty much got me into the track. We were there. There was a lot more racing at the track than on the street at the time. Now it's getting real busy again, like with the Street Outlaws, but like when I was towards me being 19, 20, that dried up. So pretty much my wife got me in the track with her and her family racing.
So what track did you guys meet at?
I actually went to school with my wife. We grew up together.
Okay.
But we started racing at Joliet. Byron had a lot of 2-day weekends instead of just 1 day. So, there's just a little bit more racing over the weekend. And the owner of Byron, BJ's, always been like a friend. He doesn't talk to you like an owner or like a business. He's always been a good guy and acted like a buddy to everybody. So, and I always felt it was fair there. There was, whether I always agreed with the rules or not, they didn't change. It was locked in stone what his rules are, and I like that a lot about Byron too.
All right, so Dominic, what do you enjoy most about being a drag racer?
Going fast.
The need for speed, huh?
Yeah, I don't got the budget for how fast I want to go, but no, I like the competition of it. I like racing my buddies. I like, when you lose to them and you get out at the end and you're laughing and joking about it. You hope you don't lose because you're going to hear about it until you race again. But that's I like the competitive part of it.
No, is there anything that you hate about drag racing?
I hate losing. But I got really good at it. So, no, I honestly no. I mean, there's the weeks, the months that you struggle, the cars struggle, but I don't know. As much as I hate it, I enjoy it. I like being able to figure stuff out when it's not working. I don't know. My worst day at the track's probably still one of the best days out there.
Now, if you were able to have, drag race fans remember one thing about you, Dominic, what would you want drag race fans to remember about you as a drag racer?
I don't know. I guess more of me as a family guy with the racing, and that we're all there as a family.
Yeah, that's what drag racing is, just one big family, and it just gets bigger and bigger all the time. You always meet new people all the time.
That's very true.
Then are your drag racing family willing to help you out all the time and to give you a part off? Do you need a part, they'll give you a part if they have extra parts? Yeah.
Yeah, I have such a close-knit friends anymore that, they know if they need something to come grab it. If I need something, that we go grab it. Even the kids. My daughter's best friends, one of my buddy's kids that they don't even, she's in grade school and they're talking to, their friends that are an hour away and they talk to them every night. It's just, honestly, it's a lifestyle. It's just all we know.
Yeah. Now, you think you could get any better as a drag race driver? And if so, how do you achieve that to get better?
I think, yes, I could get better. Well, I need to get better. I think the avenues of getting better is, everything affects drag racing. It happens so quick. I think seat time, the more you race, the better you do. I raced a lot this year. I did a lot better than some years past. My son the same way. When we race him more, he does a lot better. So I think seat time's a huge thing. I think having the right people and the right equipment makes you better. When your car's better, it makes you better. So yeah, I mean, I think we're going down the right road. I feel like the people I have in my corner that help me with the car and do my engines, my transmissions, my shocks, and we have a great group of guys. So I think we're starting to head upwards. That's the plan. I know there'll be setbacks, but right now I'm pretty confident that we got the right people involved.
So when you go drag racing, who do you have a crew that you take out with you?
I do have a crew. My crew is honestly if my wife's not there, I might as well not go. She pretty much is everything. She's like my comfort zone. When she's not there, we don't do good. She helps with the car, with getting me lined out as far as mentally. She's a calming factor. My son's starting to step up big, where he's very good with the opponents we race on their racing style and what they're doing. So he's always telling me what he's seen them do. So really, between my wife and my son and my daughter's just there, she's always happy. She's always got a smile every time we go up. She just wants to give me a fist pump, and she's just excited to see me go down. So really, without the family, we probably wouldn't be doing it.
That's awesome. Now, what was it like for you the first time ever going on a drag strip?
First time ever going down a drag strip, I was in a 99 Camaro, and it felt like I was, compared to the street, it feels like you're crawling. But it was just like a magical, but there's something about it when you just line up and you got like the stands on each side, and you feel important. You're not, but you feel like you're something. So it was exciting. I mean, I think everybody should do it. Like I said, you can do it in any kind of car. You can do them in street cars. They got all the street car classes and tests and tunes. I think at some point, I think it's cool if anybody just went down the track just to feel it and see it and just witness it for themselves.
Yeah, so you already answered my next question. I was going to ask you what kind of advice would you give anyone that's thinking about getting into drag racing, whether it be a young kid or older adult?
Yeah, but, I mean, you just got to get out there. I mean, you need to go out there and just said they make it possible for everybody to be able to do it. So, and you can compete in every kind of class. You don't have to have a full-out race car. I mean, you can have your street car and you can run the street car class. It's still a competitive edge. And I don't know. We all started there. I feel like most of us started there. Like I started in the street car class. I had a 99 Camaro. It had a little exhaust system on it, but it's just you don't need nothing special to go out there and try it.
So do you have any drag racers that you look up to, or it's inspirational to you?
I have a lot of them. There's a lot of guys I follow. I have good friends that I follow that I take a lot of wisdom from. There's too many to list. A lot of my good friends that I've raced and won and lost against, I still look up to them and watch them. And there's so many great racers out there that you take little bits from every one of them.
Now, do you have any great drag racers in like an NHRA that you look up to at all?
Well, honestly, I got my boy Antron Brown. I would say in the pro circuit it would have to be Antron. Antron as over the years with the juniors, my son races with his kids, and the more you get to know him and actually get to know him as a real person, and how legit he is, and how he's the same as us. You know what I mean? He doesn't act no different. I would say, like, when he's racing, he's the one we're rooting for. They're all good guys, but Antron, if there's a top fuel guy out there, it's Antron, and you gotta love Stevie Fast Jackson because he's got the same attitude as me. So I guess on the other end, he's my second. I like watching him because he's my style. He's got my attitude.
Yeah, now he started driving that funny car now.
Who, Stevie?
Didn't Stevie get a funny car?
Nah, he's got the Pro Mod. Mod, he does a lot of lights out stuff, and
I thought he drove a funny car this year for one event or two.
Honestly, he might have. I might not even paid attention. I don't think he did. He might have.
I'm pretty sure it was Stevie. I know it was a Pro Mod driver. I'm pretty sure it was Stevie though.
It might have been.
Top alcohol funny car.
He drives everything, so it could have been. You put it. He'll race a lawnmower. He don't care.
So when you get out on the track, Dominic, you have any pre-race rituals or superstitions out there?
No.
You don't have to climb in the dragster the same way all the time, put your gloves on the same way, or nothing like that, huh?
You know what? I might. I think I do. I know you ask anybody that races me, I back up slower and shit. I don't mean to, but I think that's when I back up. I'm getting into my race mode after the burnout there, and everybody makes fun of me because I take forever, but I don't mean to. It's just how I do it. So I guess that's probably my little stupid, I guess.
Yeah. So do you have any sponsorship at all?
I do. We've had Napa Auto Parts out of New Lenox for years. I've known the family for years. They've been very good to me. Joan was supporting me when I was 14 years old working on cars. She was always helping me out, and now her grandson took over running the place, and Lee over there has been a huge help to me. Any way they can, they do. Obviously, my shop, Manhattan Collision's been sponsoring the race cars. So we've been good there. Had a lot of helping hands. I got a really good engine program and a very good transmission program that we got the engine program I've had for years. Got a new trans guy this year. That's helped out a lot. I mean, it's everything. My shock guy, Adam, that does my Penske shocks, I don't know. We have a whole crew. I think everybody does the best they can. Like I said, APD in Ohio does the engines. They do phenomenal work. My buddy Randy works over there. I give him an earful every 2 minutes when I'm doing dumb shit. He's yelling at me to stop overthinking stuff. But yeah, so we're getting there.
Now, for that dragster you're driving right now, does it take a lot of preparation to get that thing ready for a weekend?
No. If everything's working, no. We always run the valves before we go out, rotate the tires, check plugs or change plugs, check the brakes, make sure the brakes. That's about all we do. It's set up pretty easy.
Now, have you ever ran that dragster in a quarter mile?
I ran mine in Joliet. We used to run a quarter mile. It was like 7:30s. I think it went I think 2 years ago it went with the new motor. I only ran Joliet one weekend that year. I think it went in like 7:20s, 7:24 or something.
So what's your preference, 8th mile?
What's that?
I said, what is your preference, 8th mile?
I don't really care.
As long as you're drag racing, huh?
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, I guess you get so used to 8th mile. I used to hate it, but now you get used to it, so it is what it is. Like, as long as we're out there racing, saves me on fuel and parts with 8th mile, so I guess 8 miles are alright.
So where do you get your fire safety equipment from?
I run Hans device, and I forgot my suit. I just ordered another one. I love the guy. Alliance Racer does my suits. I've had good luck with him. I really like his apparel. We usually run like Simpson seat belts, and I run a Simpson helmet. My son's got a Race Quip helmet.
Yeah, I'll have to get your son on there one of these days to do an interview.
Yeah, yeah. He's a punk.
I've had 2 junior dragsters on so far. That's it though.
Which juniors did you have on there?
The one from California, and yeah, they're both from out of state. I don't know.
Gotcha.
No, nobody local yet. Your son would be the first local one.
If you could get him to say anything, that'd be the start.
All right. So now, what's your 20 years of drag racing now? Have you reached any milestones?
I think the only milestone I'd say I've reached is winning the Wally at Byron. That's not like an everyday thing. Winning a $5,000 at Byron's a big deal. Those are pretty big races, but nothing too spectacular.
So which one of those wins would you consider your your biggest win to you?
My biggest win. I guess if I ever won $100,000 or something, I'd be happy. Not really, no. I mean, we just kind of fly by the seat of our pants. I love one day to finally win a damn championship. I've come in second about 3 times. I'm getting tired of that, but. Or if I could line up next to my buddy Dave Ansel and whoop his ass finally, because he's beat me about 30 times in a row.
That's your biggest competitor?
He's my kryptonite, man. It's something in his paint job or something. I don't know. There's something wrong with that car.
Now, in your 20 years of racing, have you had any accidents or close calls?
Yeah, I've had a couple.
Which one?
I hit the brakes once hard at Indy at the division finals. Kind of got the car a little loose. That wasn't too bad. My Camaro, I almost crashed at 41 when it blew the motor up. That one I went across both lanes, but I never actually ended up wadding up any cars, so we've been fortunate there.
So what year was the Camaro you used to drive?
I had a 91, it was actually an RS Camaro. I bought it totaled. We ended up, it was a small tire car when it first started, and then I ended up doing a chassis in my garage for it. I think at the end it was running like 830s. No, it was like 870s in the quarter.
How long did you race that car for?
That car I had for about 10 years.
So how'd you do with that car?
I didn't do shit. I'm not gonna lie, I sucked. I didn't do nothing. I used to think a lot more. I still am a little scatterbrained and get all hyped up and do dumb shit, but somehow it was even worse when I had that car. As you get older, you get lazier and slower, so it's helping me out. So
what was under the hood of the Camaro?
The Camaro was a Dave Livesey built 555.
Now, what'd you do, sell that car?
I actually traded that car for my dragster.
Now, who's driving that car now? Is it still being raced?
I Yeah, it's still getting raced. It's up towards like northern Illinois or so. I haven't seen it. I've heard about it. I've seen it in a couple national dragsters. He won with it. I've seen it one. It got best engineered, which is kind of cool since I built it. But I kind of lost sight of it. We talked about buying it back when it was up for sale about 8 years ago, but I just didn't have the money, and it just wasn't in the cards at the time.
All right, I'm going to ask you some fun questions now. You ready?
Sure.
Now, Dominic, if someone were to come up to you and give you, we'll say, like $500 million, and they're like, Dominic, can you build me a brand new drag race track? Where would you consider building a brand new drag race track? And what kind of features would you want to put into a brand new drag race track?
I would probably try for that much money. Ooh, drag race truck.
A track.
Oh, a track. Where would I do it?
Yeah, where would you even consider building a new track at?
I would go towards Florida. I would do Florida. There's more racing. I'd say Florida.
Any special features you'd want to put in that track?
Yeah, I'd have garages set up where people can leave their stuff and have their own pit garages, and electric everywhere, and a dump spot for everybody.
That'd be interesting. All right, so now, Dominic, do you have any hobbies outside of drag racing?
Working. If we're not racing, usually we're rebuilding or getting everybody else's cars kind of wrapped up for the next year.
So if you didn't become a drag racer, what do you think you'd be doing? Any idea?
I'd be being bored. I don't know. I really don't know. I've been doing it so long anymore. I have no idea. Maybe probably something, get a boat or something. I'd have to be doing something. Maybe go-karts. Go-karts sound fun.
Now, if you could find a time travel machine and go back in time, would you do anything differently with the drag racing?
No, you got to learn the hard way, and I like to do it the hard way, so I figured I mastered that. I will stick with that. I always tell my kids you got to learn, right or wrong. Seems like you only learn when you do it the wrong way, so...
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, that's why they say we learn from our mistakes, and life is a learning experience, right?
Yeah, it is what it is.
So now, if you and the wife and kids have time for vacation, you have a favorite vacation getaway spot?
We like Florida. We go to Florida quite a bit. Go to Tennessee. I'd say those two places. It's just relaxing, and those are our getaway spots.
So, what part of Florida you like to go to?
Everywhere. Anna Maria Island, go there, Bradenton area. You could travel from there to go to Disney to Orlando, but we like being around the beaches. It's just really go out there just to relax, and then go, they got... Actually, Florida doesn't have that good a nightlife out that way, but so they got nice stuff out there. It's just relaxing.
All right, so next fun question is, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food?
Yeah, your favorite food to eat.
I would have to say, I don't know. Pastas and stuff, lasagna. I'm Italian. I gotta have pastas.
Now, does your wife cook?
you're going to get me in trouble here. Does my wife cook? Can my wife cook or does my wife cook?
Oh, God.
My wife can cook. She says she can't cook, but every time she cooks, it's always really good. It's just we don't cook. So, with COVID, we've been cooking more, but yeah, she can cook, but we don't cook a lot.
So when she does cook, do you have a favorite dish that she cooks?
She makes a mean chili.
Funny you mentioned chili. That's what my wife made earlier tonight.
Yeah, chili. She makes a really good chili.
Now, how about you? You cook?
I cook. I make gumbo. I like making gumbo. That sounds crazy, but I love that stuff. I used to be the one that cooked on the grill all the time. I should watch what I say, because now she's been cooking on the grill. We got like a flat top, one of those Blackstone grills, and we've been cooking on that a lot lately since everything's closed all the time. But so I guess if anything with the house, we do a lot of grilling more than anything.
You guys cook food at the track?
We do. Yep. We got a grill that comes with us to the track, and we usually cook.
All right, so what's your favorite movie of all time?
Favorite movie of all time would be... Favorite movie? I would have to say... I don't know. I would probably say Dukes of Hazzard. I mean, how do you not like Dukes of Hazzard?
All right, so when you're at the track for a day of racing, what's your eating habits like? You eat lightly and wait till the races are done, or do you eat regularly during the day?
During the day, usually don't eat much. At night, we usually drink too much and then grill. So, my habits at the track are terrible. They're absolutely terrible. We always have food. We always bring home food. Yeah, eating habits at the track are terrible.
All right, so now, when you were growing up as a kid, did you have a favorite cartoon to watch?
Cartoons, I would say, I always watch Tom and Jerry. I mean, it was...
Can't go wrong with Tom and Jerry.
That's what I grew up with, man. That was it, Tom and Jerry.
Yeah. All right, so can you think of a most embarrassing moment you had on the track?
Like one of them, or
yeah, just the one that stands out the most to you.
I would say the most recent, most embarrassing thing at the track. Yeah, fucking Dave. When I ran Dave Ansel of that Byron, I flat missed the tree. I was dead late, and he had a good light. And he was pedaling it and brake lights. And he went like 5 numbers off his dial, and I went dead on, and I lost. And by the time I got back, between Mitch Vincent and all the other assholes around there, they're all making fun of me. So that was probably... I couldn't even eat. I even had a steak dinner that night and couldn't enjoy it because everybody was driving by and making fun of me.
Wow.
Yeah, that was well-deserved. Them are my buddies.
Yeah.
And mind you, that steak dinner I was eating was with my buddy Dave, who did that to me. Just so we clarified that.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so what would you consider to be the fondest memory of your drag racing so far?
Fondest memory? I would say, I think it was in 2015, when I won a race and my son won. We were both at Joliet. We both won that day. That was probably one of the best weekends we had. Just being able to put both cars in the winner's circle.
Nice. All right, so what's Dominic Bowden's biggest pet peeve?
Dominic Bowden's biggest pet peeve. Dumb people.
All right, what's your favorite color?
Favorite color?
Yeah.
Red.
Are you a dog person or cat person?
Dog.
You have a dog?
I have two.
What kind of dog you got?
I have a German Shepherd and a Siberian Husky.
Those are great breeds, both of them. I'm sure they're beautiful.
Yeah, they're great. They're good.
All right, so what's your favorite music?
Favorite music? I listen to everything. As I get older, it's probably going towards country more. But I've listened to everything. But nowadays, it's pretty much country.
Now, when you say country, you like the new poppy country, or you like older country?
No, I like the newer country. Yeah, I'm not like with the old slingy. I'm not. It's like the new country is really not even country, really.
Yeah.
I'm getting soft in my old age. I don't know.
All right, so now, if people are listening to this interview right now and they want to, maybe check you out racing next year, or you or your son or whatever, what's the best way to find out where you're going to be at?
If I knew where I was going to be at, I'd be able to let everybody know where I was going to be at. We usually make the decision Thursday before we're going to where we are going to actually be. Pretty much Facebook. Follow us on Facebook. You'll see where we're popping up. You never know where we'll pop up, but I'm pretty sure if there's a race at Byron, we'll be there. If there's a Midwest Junior Super Series race, Braden will be at that.
Awesome. Well, Dominic, I want to thank you very much for taking time to do this interview.
All right, thanks for having me.
And I wish you the best of luck next year with drag racing, you and your son.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Good luck.
You have a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that good stuff, too.
You too, man.
All right, take care. Have a good night.
All right, good night. Bye.
Bye.